Did Davido get dismissed from NYSC? Nigerian singer Davido has reportedly been dismissed from the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) for breaking many rules during his 3-week orientation exercise in Lagos, leading to the cancellation of his service. Davido made this revelation after he commented on an Instagram page of UK-based Nigerian music promoter Adesegun Adeosun, popularly known as Simi, who just finished his 3-week NYSC orientation program. Davido wrote on his Instagram page, "Na so dem cancel my own," with the crying emoji. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Davido graduated in 2015 after studying music in Babcock University. Then he registered for the NYSC program in the 2018 Batch B Stream 2 and was sworn in during the month of August. What do you think about this?
Okay, so I think that if they have cancelled it, I think Nigeria is beginning to work because, you know, a lot of people raised eyebrow. How can you say that because somebody's father is so rich and then he didn't even do everything other people are doing? Like, people were sad.
What if they cancelled it so that people will not talk, but low-key, Davido has received the certificate?
Well, what can we say? We'd say that Nigeria will never change, right?
Crazy news everywhere.
Wow, now on to the next story. Fans of Nigerian singer-songwriter Simi were left heartbroken after her Simi Live in concert, or should I say Lagos concert, which was meant to begin for 6 p.m. yesterday evening, didn't start until about 3 hours later. Now, what was worse for that, you know, some of the fans were actually left standing for 2 hours before finally being allowed into the venue. And a fan with a Twitter handle Abalanle_AA also revealed that Simi didn't come on stage until 10:55 p.m. Social media went wild, with many expressing their disappointment and calling on Nigerian artists to do better. Now, after the concert, Adekunle Gold shared a post on IG where he wrote how proud he was of Simi, and he also shared an experience and explained that sometimes things happen behind the scenes that the public don't even know about or doesn't even know about, suggesting that the same was the case for Simi. He also sang our praises, adding that you were beautiful, electrifying, and incredible tonight, my darling. Not only did Simi apologize to her fans when she finally came on stage, she also tweeted an apology after the show and took full responsibility for how things turned out. Then she thanked those who came and stayed. Some of her fans seem, you know, to have accepted our apology, with many admitting that our performance made up for everything that had earlier gone wrong. Now, I actually woke up to all of this today, and I had to send some messages to, you know, Foladele like yesterday night, and then early in the morning, Foladele had sent other messages to me.
Like, I saw Simi trending at #1 on Nigerian Twitter, and I went there and I was pitying Simi when I saw those tweets. Like, as at 9, a show that was supposed to start for 6, Simi wasn't available, the venue wasn't open to them, and people were just complaining and dropping insults from here and there. And I'm like, why is this happening to Simi?
And so it reminds me of Falz's show last year, and people were actually asking for it again this year because it was top notch. When it came to time, he told them, we're not going to be doing African time. And apparently, he started at the set time. And he said, if you come late, you would be late. You just miss the show like that. And because Dare actually, you know, planned it. Yes, and you would remember that when he was having a show that is Dare, you know, the first time you were telling me that Flavor missed his performance, and that was it.
So I think everything boils down to the show promoters and the guys organizing the events. You have to be early. Let people know that, like, we know now that if live sports, there is events planners, they are doing anything. If you don't go on time, you will miss the show. And Simi has said, according to some tweets, it was that she's not to be blamed. The venue and other people were using the venue before she came up, so they had to clean the venue and prepare proper for the show. And she didn't want to just give them a random show by just coming and making everything. So I think we should just forgive Simi. A whole lot of people were complaining, especially those that had to go to work today.
But I like the fact that, you know, people said that she made up for everything.
Yes, for a great performance.
Yes,
definitely. So, yes, moving on to some more stories. Nigerian singer Ricardo Banks has left the Don Jazzy-led label Maven Records. The singer made the announcement on his Instagram page 24 hours after celebrating his 25th birthday. In a lengthy post, he talked about how he feels pained about leaving, but is at the same time grateful and happy that the last 5 years under the label has been the most blissful in his career. For those wondering what's next for the star, Ricardo Banks has wasted no time in unveiling his new home, which is Banks Music, a music label owned by the singer himself. He captioned the post, "Going forward, Banks Music." With Ricardo Banks alongside Korede Bello and Dija joined Maven Records in 2013 to kickstart the Maven 2.0, after which they released the monster hit single Dorobuchi the following year. Ricardo Banks is now a CEO on his own.
Well, I don't even know what to say about that, but then I would say congratulations. At some point, you just have to move on in your life. But one thing again, no, hold on now. Let me land now. I'm not saying that everybody should start having a record label, because it is so common right here in Nigeria, that, you know, an artist is living a record label and then he's creating his own record label. I don't mean that everybody should have record labels, or, you know, like every artist should have their own record label. Some people would function well being under other people's record labels and all that, but well, let's see. I
think it's the old Nigerian mentality. Everybody wants to become a boss of their own. Everybody doesn't want to share revenue money with their record label CEO. I'll cite Cash Money. Okay. Lil Wayne is under Cash Money and he established Young Money. Yeah. Drake is under Young Money and he established OVO Sounds. So these are big boys doing things on their own, but they still have a record label that is backing them.
Like the umbrella, yes. Right?
Why can't Ricardo Banks own his own Banks Music
and still be
under Maven Records?
Oh, wow, fantastic.
Definitely, they don't want to share percentage.
I really understand what you're talking about, OJ, and I think that, well, when we ask him his own part of the story, it might not even be anything related to what we're talking about. It could just be other things, but I really agree with you on that one. Like, everybody cannot have their own record label. All right, let's wrap up things on a high with some good news. Guess who just got a Grammy nomination, guys? Our very own Seun Kuti!
Accolades!
Now, we brought you news in October of Seun Kuti submitting his recent album Black Times to the Grammy Awards panel for consideration. Well, we can now confirm that the Afrobeat musician has officially been nominated for the 61st edition of the Grammy Awards in the Best World Album category. Meanwhile, rappers Kendrick Lamar and Drake lead the nomination list with 8 and 7, nods respectively, while Cardi B and Childish Gambino follow closely with 5 nominations each. Now, the nominees were announced over the weekend, and the prestigious awards ceremony is set to hold in February 2019 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Gosh, like, we are super excited, super excited, because I saw Steve Babaeko put on a post, and then he was so excited for Seun Kuti, and then Seun Kuti said, Baba, let them know that we started with 504, Kojo 504, and look at us now,
I like this situation. On the regular, it's Femi Kuti that is always nominated in this category. Right now, Seun Kuti has taken over from that category. If you will win or not, we'll keep our fingers crossed. It's for you guys to vote for a Nigerian people. Let a Nigerian bring back this Grammy, winning the world best category. Yes, I know that category is tight, but we'll be all right. Last.
Okay, you know what? That's a package on Instament's news.